1. Hello, everybody! Why am I hearing a echo? Huh? What?
It might be because I turned up my gain. You might be able to hear yourself. I'll turn down my volume.
Yeah, I also hear an echo, so I'm not the culprit.
No, it's not you. It's me.
Now Danny shows up. Now look who shows up.
Sorry, I was talking shit earlier, Danny.
I had to export my video.
Okay. Hello, chat. How are we doing today? Welcome to Paperwork Pantheon, episode 66. This is a big episode. I got a lot of good stuff planned today. Danny, we can't put that on YouTube anymore. Good God.
Do we need to blur that? I feel like we should blur that. Can we do that in real time?
I think blurring that makes it worse.
I think that gives them more ammo.
Worse or funnier?
Brooke should be here. Brooke will be, I believe they're just coming home from actual jobs or something shit like that. Some nonsense.
Boo.
Boo. So while we wait, 1 second. Let me get them the music going. What vibes are feeling today? We need Hollow Knight music. We need the relaxing Hollow Knight mix with ambience, rain, and a fire, and night and snow.
That's so many things happening at the same time.
That was a lot.
Well, it's relaxing. There's a fireplace.
There's rain and snow at the same time?
Yeah.
These are the codes to the Winter Soldier. These are the
rain, snow, fire, Hollow Knight, relaxing music with ambience.
Ready to comply.
But yes, hello, I am Offbeat Outlaw. I am the Dungeon Master for this evening, and as I've been for the past 66 evenings. Amelia.
Hi, I'm Amelia Som. My website's down right now because I finally decided fuck GoDaddy and switching all my domain shit. You can find me most places at Amelia Som or eventually by going to links.ameliasom.com.
Danny.
I'm Danny. You know me.
Bad. Patrick.
I'm Patrick. I play Feyda, and you can find me everywhere at That Great Gentleman.
Bet.
Oh yeah, I play A's.
Afterwards, because we were just talking about the website.
Yeah.
Is it that? Do you own thatgreatgentleman.com?
I do. I just haven't done anything with it. It's literally like an empty Squarespace page.
So, when we last left off, the party. What has the party been doing? I don't know what you all were doing. You guys just came back from a dinner.
Being belligerent and unsettling to great effect politically.
Was that the... Wait, what was... Oh, yeah, we were at the library.
A's and Viari got up to hijinks while you two were away. No, Brooke should be here. She's just taking her time. So, chat, don't you worry. Don't you worry your sweet little heads. Viari content is on its way, hopefully.
I can't imagine what they would need from VR content. I feel like it ended pretty wrapped up.
There's definitely no massive cliffhanger. Anyway, we're going to zoom into A's, to Godfried, and to Feyda. You all have been dragged out of wherever the fuck you were and brought into
the party, at the dinner.
You guys just, we're assuming that you guys got home at some point. You're just hanging out in the Pantheon. You get slammed and brought into the briefing room. Viari is currently MIA, but you three are here, and in front of you is Alistair. Alright. Today's a big day. Godfried, Feyda, I know that this might be surprising. You don't worry. You two are not expressly in trouble. Ace?
Yes.
I'm aware something was taken from my private library. I'm aware of what that was. Now, this is
Ace has a much better poker face than me. I'm just putting that out there. I'm just like, hee.
Today is going to be a very important day. I am going to do my best to defend your right to have what you have. Yes.
Was I not here last time? I don't remember
You
anything.
weren't here, no. Yeah, you don't know.
I think it's funny that it's become a trend that anytime anyone is left alone with me, we end up in court.
Godfried has never done anything wrong.
I know this and I love you.
Categorically incorrect.
No, give me
one
single
time
thing Godfried has done
something
something
wrong.
Remember that time when you got A's killed?
No, actually, I saved A's, saved you, and I saved
After
T-Bone,
always
actually.
getting us killed.
I would argue I might have gotten A's killed there.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I saved
I don't know.
you,
Even
actually.
Offbeat was on my side of that one.
Offbeat, are you on Brooke's side?
You're the one who pointed it out to me.
I think here's what happened. Godfried, through inaction, allowed A's to perish. It is not Godfried's fault that A's was very killable at that time. I think
That's fine, but you're the one who pointed this one out to me, so don't you try to weasel out.
what I'm pointing out here is that it's an ambiguous case. I think there's an argument for both sides. Either way, Viari, you walk into this room now, seeing your friends already being teleported here. Alistair looks to you, gives you a nod, curt nod, looks back to the rest of everybody. Today I'm going to be defending your right to have what you have taken. I will not be defending your right to take what you took. I cannot afford to do that, if that makes sense. To do so, things will be changing, and I need you all to adapt to the changes as they come. I understand that this is jarring, especially to Feyda and Godfried. My condolences. But actions must be taken. You're going to have to roll with the punches for a little bit. Things are going to move rapidly, as they have been, but they're going to be picking up pace. To Viari and A's. Whatever comes your way, whatever happens as a result of this, I hope you understand that I'm doing my best. Alright.
I can respect that.
I need you all in the audience, and you'll be called upon as witnesses individually. I will be, unfortunately, having to both prosecute and represent you all.
What about Charlie?
Charlie is going to be an advisor and will be running as judge.
That feels like a conflict of interest.
It would be for anyone else, but I am built different, as you might say.
This man did not just.
Feyda
All right.
just sipped their tea.
Can I just joke? Can you jog my memory? What did we steal? I stole information on power, on the Alistair secret deals, on the contract he has regarding me and my ability to die and that kind of thing, and then on his children, like
Yes.
the kid that was missing, and then also we were looking. He knows that we were going for information on his forms. Is that everything?
I think that's everything, yes.
Okay.
And then specifically, you took a book on Eternagrax out of the library.
Oh,
Yeah, and
the truth thing out of rewrites.
Yeah, I have the one book about Eternagrax, which I don't know if I wrote the name. I just wrote about the stuff in it.
The first scholar of Eternagrax's book. It's his journal.
Yeah. And important context for Diddy and Pat is that I rolled a 42 to unlock the secrets of the universe.
Good talk. Roll Tide.
No,
No, Pat just got the reference. Pat just got the reference.
Shit. No way.
Get it.
I know, it was the funniest roll.
It's
Tiger's
Tiger's
Guide.
Guide. The answer to the
I
universe.
got the.
The
I
answers to
remember
all
the number, and I'm
questions,
like, well,
42.
okay, no, now I get it.
That,
Alright.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
The
Now I
trial
know
is,
everything.
the trial is
mean-
happening right now. So we're going to be getting in there pretty quick. And
Right.
good luck. Know that I'm trying my best here, and this is going to be difficult on all of us. And
can I talk to you after it?
Oh, don't worry. I'll be talking to each of you after this. He snaps his fingers, and you are all transported to the court. Godfried and Feyda, you are both in the witness section. Viari, Viari and Aze, you are both as like you're both the defendants. It's in the defendant section. The major gods are sitting on their top row as usual. Charlie is sitting as a judge. He's got the powdered wig. He's in the cloak. He's much too small for the pew, so he's on a stool.
Oh, I was just assuming you stacked some phone books.
Yeah. And he's going, all right. So, today we begin the trial of Viari and Aze. Might I add, Viari is the most tried member of the court. You need to work on that, Viari.
I feel like you didn't need to add that.
Well, important records are important to maintain. So, today begins the trial. All I'd like to say at the very least is good luck. First, Alistair, present the evidence of the prosecution. Alistair teleports to the other side and makes a duplicate of himself to leave behind with you all. Evil Alistair, if you will.
Evil fucked up
Grumpy
Alistair.
Grumpy Alistair. He brings forward. The defendants have stolen a few books from my library, intentionally taking them out of rewrites, and brought them into the written world. The intent is unknown, but the act in and of itself is reprehensible, and they deserve punishment as a result. We cannot have people breaking into secure locations within our own ranks to steal information that is useful to them. At least without going through the proper channels, without going through all of the red tape that has maintained order for so long. If we were simply allowed everybody to go into rewrites right now, what would be the point of rewriting anything? Some of you may say, oh, what's the point in the first place? The point is to maintain order. It's not for the greater good, it's to maintain order as we've always been. We are not good, we are not evil, we are order, and that is that. And that is something that we have maintained, and that is something that has allowed us to be sustained for this long. Rewrites is a vital section of the Divine Contract, and it is necessary that we keep it restricted and protected, even from our most important and useful members. Thank you. Defense. Alistair, a good Alistair looks to Viari, you, and Aze and goes, alright. My clients will plead guilty only on the account that they stole the items. But I ask the court this. These are currently our most active, most useful, and, dare I say, most successful operatives in the field. Who are we to deny their success, their eventual and almost vital, dare I say, all-important duties? If stealing from the Divine Contract is what is necessary in order to maintain order, they are the ones who are seeing chaos firsthand. They are the ones who bear witness to the affronts to our order and to our success in the field. They are the ones who know what needs to be done, not us. Well, perhaps I do. But that is about it. And I'm not allowed to tell all of you what must be done. All I can say is that it is not our right to dictate whether or not they should give back the books. If they stole it, the action is done, and if they did it within the Pantheon, doesn't that by nature dictate that it is order? If we are to argue what is order and what is not, I will argue only this. We can only argue morality. And we, as the prosecution has so far stated, are not judging based on morals. We are not good. We are not evil. We are order. And as the mortal gods are currently the first bulwark of order in the mortal realm, I say we defer to their judgment in this scenario. I will admit they do deserve minor prosecutions against them, minor charges, perhaps disobeying orders, perhaps being disagreeable, and perhaps a few affronts to style. Viari, you need a new coat. But that is all I am willing to state. Secrets and the release of them is only disorderly if we see its effect. If the effect of this disorder is actual disorder, then, and only then, do I believe we can prosecute them. Thank you. And this is by far the strangest court you've ever seen. There is opening statements of the defense. There's opening statements of the prosecution. Barely any evidence is submitted. And everybody looks to you all instantly. All of the gods. They look to you, Viari. They look to Aes. They look to Godfried. They look to Patrick. And in this moment, you all simultaneously...
Patrick! That great gentleman!
Oh, fuck! Oh,
Wow, Pat's here?
Whoa!
right
so
beside
wild.
Feyda.
Where'd the fourth wall go? Holy
Patrick.
shit, why am I here?
God of
Don't show
sexy
me to him.
audios.
I'm the cause of all of his problems. Don't put me next to them.
Feyda.
I'm
they
gonna
all
eat you, Patrick!
Yeah, right. It's
They
like,
all
oh
look
God,
to
I'm
you
gonna
all
die.
instantly. And you feel a spell piercing you in the head.
Ow.
It is Detect Thoughts, but a very souped up Giga Jazz version of it. Do you fail the save, or would you like to attempt to resist?
Godfried has no idea what's going on, so he's thinking
Feyda
about...
also has no idea what's going on, so I'm not sure.
Godfrey's just like, I'm kind of nervous. I want to hold Feyda's hand, but that's weird.
Bro,
Do you fail the save or not?
Feyda grabs Godfrey's
Yeah.
hand.
Oh, that's gay.
Yeah, and?
Viari and Ace, do you fail to save, or do you attempt to resist?
Is
In
this-
my experience,
Mhm.
does thinking in pictures circumvent detect thoughts?
No, it does not.
Okay.
You can attempt to resist.
But they would know.
Perhaps.
You
Perchance.
can't just say perchance.
Well, they would know that they can't detect our thoughts.
Perchance.
Perhaps.
How would they not know that?
Okay.
Perchance.
You can't just say perchance.
Brooke, I want you to make a decision based on character. I'm not gonna tell
Keep
you
using
what.
that word.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
say
think
this.
it means what you think it means.
This detect thoughts thing is not working the way normal detect thoughts works. It's getting more out of you, and you know that it will. Since it's already not working like normal detect thoughts, I want you to work off of that information about whether or not you think it is worthwhile to resist or worthwhile to just let it happen. And it's up to you 100%. Yes. Ace?
I want to roll to resist it just to see if I can, and then I'll let it happen either way.
Okay, make an Arcana check.
Arcana.
I'm letting you do this, but just know that I could have stopped it at any moment.
Yeah, I got a 34.
As these gods attempt to invade your domain, Ace, you realize a few things. Throughout your adventures as a mortal, a few things have occurred. You've successfully fended off the gods. You've successfully begun to empower your domain. You've gathered worshippers. They hold less influence than you do currently, and they don't know that yet. You can attempt to disguise your mind using your time domain, if you would like.
Ooh. Yeah, so they think they're detecting my thoughts, but they aren't?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that shit.
Okay. As you do it, yeah, you do.
Sorry,
you
no, I
do.
thought
You do, and in a very quiet way, it's almost like you bring your domain to where your head is, and you warp and overwrite what you're thinking, even your subconscious, so that no guilt could be found. Viari.
This is just like me just putting in like Dear Wormwood for the 8 millionth time and just letting all of my background thoughts just be song lyrics.
I want to resist knowing full well that my Arcana is bad.
Viari, make a deception check.
If it ain't. 23 a deception bonus would translate to 8d6, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. 42.
You make a realization, Viari. Your adventures have given you a broader understanding of lies and what they mean. To make a successful lie does not mean to stare someone and tell them wrong information. It's to give people information they don't need, to disguise it, to hide it, to weave it between things that are simply unimportant. And so you successfully disguised all your thoughts, giving them exactly the information they want, but making it look so unimportant that they disregard it anyway, through the power of your domain. The court looks confused. They sit there looking at what just happened because they're aware something went wrong. They don't know what yet, and they don't understand it. Death is chuckling. They
Unsettling.
stare down at you two, and then look to Godfried and Feyda holding hands in the court. They go, first of all, that's a little gay.
Yeah, and?
We've had sex, Death!
That wasn't gay,
Bone
that
sex.
was business.
It's not gay if it's a tax write-off.
Danny, that might be the best thing you have ever said.
What can
Me
I
writing
say?
off the $20 on my tax
shit.
return.
$20.
Where are you going
Either
for
a good
$20?
price or a trip to the doctors.
Anyway, the Death
Anyways.
looks down at all of you and goes, well, I'm certain the rest of the court is aware of what just happened, of some kind. I say we let them keep the books. And I say we accept the defense's judgment. They may have stolen the books. They may have done something wrong, but that is only wrong morally. And we don't believe in morals. We believe in order. Morals are for other gods. And despite what they did being morally incorrect, when have we all not done morally incorrect things? I say let them. If the information proves important and sows the seeds of our own destruction, it's probably high time that we let it happen. Because if we can be so foolish as to let it happen, clearly we've grown too soft to run the place anyway. Alistair looks confused, because he didn't think this would work.
Damn.
Charlie looks elated, but also confused. A triumvirate of war, Cruelty looks upset. Well, I cannot find myself in good conscience accepting this judgment. Order is to be maintained through a strict coherence to the rules, regardless of what they are. And we have here two individuals who have flown in the face of those rules. Because they felt like it? Because they wanted to? We've all had to withhold some of the things we wanted because we knew it would adhere to the rules, the order of everything. I say we cannot accept this judgment, and stricter punishments must be enacted. Warfare looks at Cruelty and goes, I personally think that that's stupid, and I say we let it happen. Clearly, they have found secrets to be important, And if they are our front line, we should give them everything we have. Give them all of secrets, Alistair. If it's important to them, they should have it. Because they are the ones who are dictating order in the front line of battle. We are not there. We are sitting at our desks. We are shriveling away to nothing as we play politics. Let them have it. I say load them up with secrets. Make their secrets bullets. Bloodshed says, I agree with the big man.
Hey, Godfried.
Yeah.
I like 2 out of 3 of your parents.
Hey, that's mean. They can disagree.
Luck looks to A's and Viari. Looks to Feyda. Looks back to A's and Viari. I don't know. Truthfully, I don't. Like Alistair said, we don't know the outcome of these actions. If it leads to chaos, I say we enact punishment. If it leads to order, I say we forget this happened. I think putting a judgment now is foolish. We shall judge them when the effect of their outcomes come to pass. I say we postpone the trial, postpone the verdict, and until then, we see how it goes. I do think we need to keep closer watch on those two. Pointing at Viari and A's. If they can slip through defenses that easily, because their domains can border on things, I say we need to make sure that their borders are more defined. I think that's only fair. Really, you can't be saying these things.
This is like my one constant across games.
Yeah. Charlie looks and goes, I personally, as much as I would love to give these kids off the hook scot-free, that would be out of line. I am inclined to agree with Luck's verdict. We have to postpone the trial. We do not know the effects of the outcome of these actions, and as chaos is defined by the effect, we cannot know whether or not these actions are defined yet as chaos or order. And until that definition comes to pass, I officially declare this trial postponed.
That's a lot of words they said.
You're off the hook for now, but like we'll reconvene if any problems don't show up. But we do need a time period. The time period being when it happens. I think that's a suitable time. What do we think about everybody else? Everybody else seems pretty okay with this. And before you guys can make any sort of objection, it is signed, sealed, and done.
I'm yours.
I'm yours.
Yeah.
Alistair, you were all then bamped back to the Situation Room. And Alistair looks bewildered. That shouldn't have happened. But I am pleased.
Yeah, it seemed that you sold it as a lot more serious than it actually was.
Oh, don't get me wrong. It's very, very serious.
But no, I mean, like more severe, like that situation, the courtroom thing, not what happened. I mean, like
I think what they're saying is
that was going to be like hours and hours, and it took 15 minutes.
It could have.
Yeah.
It should have.
Yeah.
Why didn't they do anything? Huh. Well, it's not my place to care. They made the judgment they did. And I'm happy for all of you for it. However, we do have to, in the meantime, enact stricter judgments on what counts as your domains. Viari, your squishiness of your domains is an asset and a liability. We're going to have to sit down at some point and further define what stories is. And we're going to need a hard definition. Considering what could have happened, I think you'll accept that this is light punishment. And A's...
I do.
I don't know why, but they didn't even mention that space in your domain now. That empty space. Anyway. Well, I need to have meetings with all of you one-on-one now. Everybody clear the room except Feda.
Have fun, Feda.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
Do you all listen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
kind of give
You
the
all
thumbs up of like.
You were all kicked out of the room, and Alistair says, "Don't worry, Feda, you're not in trouble."
I was gonna say, I think we buried the hatchet as far as a lot of our disagreements are concerned.
In fact, he pulls down from the chalkboard, he pulls a secret bar he has back there, and he puts down a bottle of whiskey.
When you said the board, I was just imagining you were gonna reveal there's like all 4 of our names with little gold stars or red X's, and it's like, well, actually, Feda, because of this reason, shit, like Viari has so many stars, but also an aggressive amount of X's. And Ace used to have a lot of stars, but has a few more X's these days. And it's like, actually, Feda, you're.
It's like
you're
I
pulling
had
ahead.
X's. I had a
But
lot of
you kinda-
X's, but I've actually gained like you're ahead
Yeah,
in
it's like,
stars.
actually, Feda, now that you mention it.
Feda, he pours you a glass and he goes, "You know,
Fuck yeah.
I have... bring in the biologist from the Feywild, please." And this guy just
Oh fuck yeah.
appears.
All right.
And he goes, oh my goodness. Am I finally getting a meeting? Yes, Feda, you've met the head biologist of the Feywild.
Absolutely.
So, we've come to an understanding of the mushrooms and what they're doing. They're aware of their existence as things that consume magic. But they don't produce magic innately. They metabolize it, if that makes sense. Change it. Allow
What's
it
the
to
result?
allow it to be whatever it needs to be. It's like taking unuseful nutrients from the soil and turning it into useful nutrients for other things to use. They're not magic producers in the most sane way. They're magic metabolizers.
Processors.
Effectively,
Almost.
yes. They do have some sort of innate connection to otherworldly space, which is how they get magic into the Feywild in the first place, and why it seems like they're making their own magic, but they don't. They're attached. And so that's why
So-
when they came here, they just started metabolizing everything and turning it back into the useful stuff.
Right.
And that's when I came.
So what? You go. Sorry.
So me and this biologist were talking, and we realized what they need is a space to exist that doesn't have anything in it. Nothing.
Okay. Like a void.
Effectively, yes. And how do we make a void, Feda? How do we make 0 as a number?
Theoretically, divide or take things away.
You can't divide something to get 0. You can only
That's true.
add
Subtract.
or subtract.
Add?
Exactly. Well, add a negative. So I was thinking about your domain. Last chances. What is a last chance? Well, I guess it's the opposite of the first one you get, correct?
Right. Yeah, it's when all other options have run out, when the only number left is 1. Or a fraction of.
So what do we need to do to
Okay.
get you to 0? What's the opposite of last?
First.
And,
Ideally.
and what is a first chance? What does that look like?
Possibility.
Exactly, correct? So, congratulations on your promotion. That's what the whiskey's for.
Oh.
He immediately fills up your glass again.
Thank you, yeah.
So today, Feda, I'm coming to inform you that you are acquiring one domain that will result in another. You are acquiring possibility. Your change that you propositioned to me all those months ago is complete. And the result is an additional domain. Nothing. The empty set. And that is where we can put your mushrooms.
A blank page.
Well, not just a blank page. Nothing. Air. No page.
Yes.
And it's important to know that, this nothing, it will change you.
I've
But
been
it
changed
won't-
a few times already.
But you will also still have parts of you that are the same. Nothing is a very powerful and malleable tool. It's a theoretical thing. You can't have nothing. Nothing doesn't really exist. Technically. It is a theoretical concept. So... I'm sure
treat
you'll
it with
find uses
respect.
for nothing with time.
I didn't know nothing could feel so heavy.
Well, that's the nature of most things. Hypocrisies, contradictions, and paradoxes. That's how we keep things running up here.
Yeah. I take it I still fall under Luck's realm, aye?
Do. And you should probably give her a big thank you for giving up possibility in order to let this happen.
We'll certainly do that. There's a lot I need to talk to her about. Speaking of the mushrooms, I feel like both of you should know, and Feda relays all of the information that Madam Butterfly, his mom, not mom, fuck that lady person, had given him about them sort of like orchestrating his path. And like the effectively they're like fully just lays out their plan. I'd managed to convince them that I was willing to go along with it, and to a certain extent I am, but I don't know. Curious as to your thoughts.
There are two major bodies that they could be currently working against. It's me and Lady Luna.
It seems like they want control, to some regard. As much as they claim that they're purely for letting the system balance itself out, they seem to believe that they're the best people to make sure that that happens. It shows some degree of arrogance to me, but...
You'll find that most people, to varying extents, want change, but are unable to actually grasp about what changing something means.
Yeah,
Keep
very
going
well
along
along
with
the
it for
way.
now. If my hypotheses are correct, Fishhook is going to be the catalyst for a lot of events. There's a lot of unknowns in that space. But anyway, that's not talk for you. That is talk for me at a later date. Enjoy your promotion. Please send in A's next.
Okay.
They should be waiting outside.
Thank you. And thank you.
Enjoy, it's the good stuff.
It is very good.
Can I make
2,000?
Oh, of course.
And I walk out. Sorry.
Can I make a perception check to see if I can like hear them coming to the door quick enough to move out of the way if I'm listening in?
Yes. Make a perception check.
28.
28. So you heard the entire conversation, as well as the fact that Feda is now walking towards the door.
Yeah. I back up and like I go and sit in the chair that's a respectful distance away. sort of. Oh. How was it? Oh.
Fade, I believe A's asked you a question.
Oh, I thought you had already gone in the room. I thought that. Sorry, my bad.
No.
Oh, that was my line? My bad. Can we take it from the top?
Yeah. So how was it?
Fada just kind of looks down at his drinking horn. It's full of whiskey. Like the very good, like, 32-year scotch or something along, like some ridiculous year.
Yeah.
I got promoted.
Okay. To God of third to last chances? Oh.
And nothing.
So
Like
everything
the
and
concept
nothing.
I don't know. I think I kind of look at it as it's all connected. They're like parts to a story. And kind of glances over at Viari.
So
You have
every
the beginning where there's nothing. Then you have the potential and the possibility of something. And then you have the end. The
Promise, progress,
falling
payoff.
action. Yep, that.
Also, I just walk up and like high five.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Okay, not what I was expecting. But hey.
Hey, this
Also, the
week you're part
mushrooms
of
now
the
have a
not
place to
fucking it
live.
up brigade.
It feels pretty good, actually.
Just
I
don't go
didn't
any
lie.
like duo
We're sitting
missions
there.
with me and you'll be fine.
I didn't fuck anything up. My conscience is clear as snow.
Okay, Ace, just because you don't care about a thing, it doesn't mean that your conscience should be... You know what? I agree with your actions. I'm just critiquing your perception of them. But, you know...
Fada in the background, the Lipton drinking Kermit meme.
I still don't even know what happened after that. We haven't talked.
After what? Oh!
Yeah.
You're next, by the way.
I got you.
Ace.
Okay. I will.
Good luck.
Thanks.
He's
I'll head
weirdly
in.
not mad.
Yeah. He seemed chill.
That's so bizarre.
It's worrying, to be honest, but I'm willing to go with it.
And close the door behind.
Ace. Hello.
Hello, Alistair.
Please take a seat. Look, I'm going to make this up blatant. You stole from my private library, and while I cannot hold any legal ramifications against you, I morally abhor what has happened and transpired. I know what you took. I know why you took it. I made a deal with all of you that I would uphold my end of the bargain to the best of my ability. I would help you achieve your goals and your dreams up until the very last moment. What you took is not in and of itself a step against me. But every step you take gets closer to that line that once crossed. Sets forth things that are very, very serious. Is that understandable, Ace?
I understand. And despite how I'm
Who's that?
Amber Alert,
Okay. I was like, are they dropping
it's
the
the
bombs? Is it
emergency.
happening?
I was like, that's the emergency broadcast system. What the fuck is about to happen?
I didn't even look at it. I swiped it away. I'm a bad person.
Oh, honey.
And one went off earlier today, and I was in a meeting with someone, and his phone didn't go off. He was like, "Do you think I'm a bad person now?" I'm like, "Yeah, but it's fine." Alistair, I want you to know that despite how I perhaps talk about these things in open company, the severity of my decisions, even if they do not face immediate consequences, is not lost on me. And I am not acting out of any sort of brazen disrespect, but because I know that there will come a time right at the very end. It may not happen a moment sooner, but there will come a time at the very end when I will need to defend myself and the people I care about.
Make no mistake, Ace. If it comes to that point, you will not be defending yourself. You will be the aggressor. You will be attacking. Don't have the mindset that you're protecting. If you want to succeed, you're going to have to change your perspective on these events. If you wish to defend what you love, you do not pursue any further. If you wish to change what you dislike, you must take the initiative.
Well, you know what they say. The best defense is a good offense. And I know you... Well, I assume that I understood the severity of the choice I made here, and all I ask of you is that should I make other choices along this vein, or should I make a choice that inadvertently moves those pieces down the board, that you don't pull punches and you let me know.
All right.
Or continue to let me know.
Well, every time something steps forward, I will let you know. When you do see my brother again, Eternagrax, for your own safety, don't you dare speak to him.
That was actually already a part of the plan.
Excellent. I know you guys like to talk.
I
watched Offbeat's eyes flick to me.
I flicked to the three yappies over here.
I have been trying to piece together what that will look like, and I haven't found a solution yet. I think one might come as we get a little bit more information, or a little bit more, power.
Okay, sorry guys, I just need to tell you guys. So Lexi and I order the same grapes every week, and occasionally they're shitty, and occasionally they suck. We got the good grapes. Look how fucking big these things are. This is bigger. This is a fucking eyeball. This is gigantic.
Nice.
This is anyway.
I also have grapes.
Oh.
I go to the store to pick them because I'm very fussy about grapes.
Honestly, valid. Anyway, this was very important to me. All right. Well, that's all I really wanted to say. Just wanted to make sure you were aware of the consequences of the actions you were attempting to make. And do me a favor and let Viari know, too. If I know her, and I do, she's probably going to try and get some middle-of-the-road ending in this. There's no middle of the road here.
I know that. And yeah, I know.
And I feel like if I tell her, she'll just brush me off and say, no, of course it's going to be fine. And, well, I just hope that maybe you seem better at talking to her than I about these things. So thank you.
I try, but I think at the end of the day, I think we all have to make the choices that we are in some ways fated to make here to get the outcomes that we desire, but no matter what, I would support Viari, even if I couldn't support her directly.
Thank you. All right. You are dismissed. Thank you for your time. Please send in, send in Godfried.
I figured. Yeah, I will just kind of nod and head out.
You good?
Yeah. When about?
Here.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere. Not anytime soon. Went about how I expected the conversation to go. Godfried, you're up.
Yippee!
Go get him, honey.
I'm just gonna sit next to Viari and kind of just side hug against you.
Godfried.
How'd it go?
Fine. Nothing I didn't already know.
He's not mad?
No, I mean, I didn't get a promotion, but
Yeah. Well,
Alistair's doesn't really get mad at me very much.
he didn't seem happy afterwards the other day, like when I saw him. So
Oh, he's not happy, but he understands what we're doing here, even if he disagrees with it.
I think part of that is
Yeah.
that you have a different way of talking to Alistair than the rest of us. You just speak with confidence a lot. And that tends to get you very far.
I speak with unwarranted confidence.
he, to be fair, he's not allowed to kill me.
Arguably.
Like, what's he gonna do? Kill me? No, you can't. You promise. You pinky promise.
Yeah, the thing is, even if he was allowed to kill you, he's not he hasn't killed any of us yet.
No, I know, but like, I don't know. He usually gets me out of consequences. Listen, I'm aware of my privilege in this situation.
Yeah.
Our favorite Nepo baby. Godfried, as you walk in, Alistair goes, Godfried, please sit down.
Yes. Okay.
This is thank you. This is going to work this is very different from everybody else's situation, but I just wanted to congratulate you on causing me the least amount of problems.
Let's go!
I don't
I'm
know.
perfect!
No,
We
that
look
is
back
not-
at the chalkboard and we just see Godfried's as all stars, no
It's just all
X's.
stars. There's not
Wow.
a single X.
God,
There was
no.
like one when we created the infinite Viari, and then it's just like crossed. Like even the X is crossed out. It's like scribbled over.
I'm not saying, Godfried, that you're perfect. Please do not get that impression, because you are not perfect. But you are. You do get me in the least amount of trouble, which is different.
I don't
and
know, which is
appreciated.
wild, dude. I
You ate a person. That should have
I
caused
ate
more
a person.
problems.
I like this is like so out of character for me, but like I needed to I cussed out like a cashier the other day in order to talk to the manager.
Oh my God.
So
how is this not getting back to me?
because it was in the Feywild, so
Oh. Stop doing that. That's bad.
well, I needed to talk to the boss, and now we have like hopefully resources at our disposal.
Look, I don't want to say stop being a dickhead because it's working for you, but I do.
This man just refer to the minister for like
As a cashier.
interdimensional relations.
Minister of Foreign Affairs as a cashier.
Yeah.
Godfried, what I want you to do going forward is just... We're getting more information on the Fey Spirit of Undeath.
Ooh.
I've been pooling our resources with the new Feywild Order agreement, and things are looking very particularly bad for it. and it's blaming you and your bloodline.
Listen, it can blame my bloodline. I've done nothing except exist. And if it to exist is a crime, then I guess I'm guilty twice over.
Well, your existence was a crime briefly, because, you know, the whole mistake with your death and everything. But, are you aware of everything that you did in life and everything that your family did post your death?
No.
Okay.
I assume they went out to the woods for a little bit and then got confused.
Yeah, after I disappeared into the underbrush.
Well, they did go and search for you after that, but what also happened is your kingdom fell into disarray post your death. It was a time of problems. In fact, your son took power, and your son had a child. A child that would eventually be used by me to get close to the king and dispose of them.
Well, that seemed rude of you.
Well, he was being, criminal on a national scale.
Good for him.
Is this who I think it is?
Yes. Godfried. It seems like the undeath magic that has kept your skeletal lineage alive for so long is wearing off.
Well, that would be unfortunate.
Well, not on you, but how you exist is very peculiar. You, Galahad, original, made a deal with undeath, got the better end of it, tricked undeath, became immortal, and now every single version of you is a reincarnation in separate timelines that is reincarnated through your bloodline as children. You're an asexually reproducing person, effectively.
Like a plant.
Yes, but through magic?
So Feda was a plant and then became a skeleton, but I'm a skeleton that was already a plant.
If that's how you want to rationalize it, yes, you can do that.
Do I like osmosis?
No.
Jones?
You are the last one, it seems. No,
Damn it!
No.
My lack of penis is killing my bloodline.
Your children never became Galahads. They never gained the spirit of the ruler, of the sun god, of undeath. They died. Naturally. They were killable. And then war struck. I think undeath is making moves against you in its unreality. And this is
mad.
Oh, it's not just mad. It's furious. You are the cause of all of its problems, ever.
What did I do?
Did you not hear how you are asexual reproduction of Galahad that spans
But I have an
multiple
asexually
dimensions?
reproduced
Galahad.
though.
I can't believe undeath is aphobic.
Is it asexual reproduction, or is there another name? I feel like there's another name.
No, that's what it is.
That's correct.
Okay.
So you do not need to have any sort of intercourse between two different sexes to reproduce.
It's just the same adjective for both reproduction and like attraction.
And the actual sexuality.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Got you. Anyway, you're the last in a bloodline of asexually reproducing skeletons, and for some reason, and naturally, that this spits in the face of undeath because you got this ability from a deal with undeath that it got the bad end of. So of course it's upset at you. And then I'm warning you, Godfried. Undeath is coming for you from unreality, and we don't know how it's doing it. So please be careful with people that you meet. And the enemies that you make are going to be very interested in your downfall and have a very powerful ally to seek out.
Well, I don't have any enemies. They all work for me or are dead.
You said you cussed out a cashier? Godfried, you do know I know that was the Foreign Affairs Minister, right? You know I'm not an
Oh
idiot.
yeah, but like what was her name?
Madame Butterfly.
Madame Butterfly and I shared a smoothie, if you know what I mean.
Yes, you ate a smoothie together. I know what that means, Godfried.
Yeah, we ate a smoothie.
What do you think that means?
I'm just saying. That together.
All I'm saying is there's a
Yeah,
smoothie. There was some raw meat. If you catch
Yeah, I
my
was gonna
drift,
say.
There was some raw meat.
And a proboscis might have been involved.
They vomited upon some raw meat and then drank the bile that
when she hit
that
it sloppy
resulted.
style.
Oh, why did you have to write?
Godfried, you know, I think I'm done with this conversation. I think good luck out there, kid. You're doing great.
I don't get a promotion.
Godfried, I don't know what I would promote you to. What do you want? Is there a promotion you have your eyes
A
on?
branch manager.
Do you want to be demoted?
No, I want to be branch manager.
And God.
That's a demotion.
God of penance,
For
colon, or semicolon, branch manager.
I want to be branch manager of the Target. It's a good store.
I wish Ace had the meeting after so I could be regional branch manager.
Alistair
Here at
looks.
Paperwork Pantheon are not sponsored by
Can I have a
Target.
Target in my domain? Like, we just have a pharmacy and Florida.
You can do that. You can do that already. Nothing is stopping you, Godfried. God.
The universe is at my fingertips.
God, if only
Target
we
will
also
now
have
be
double
blue.
stuffed Oreos.
Target will now be blue.
I think this meeting is adjourned. Congratulations on being the branch manager of a Target.
Yay!
Can we just
Gonna run
discuss
out.
the
Guys, I
fact?
got a promotion!
Can we just discuss the fact that Ziz is Godfried's grandchild and also Alistair's child, which makes Godfried Alistair's father, and then Ziz is my brother, which makes my me Godfried's grandchild, but then also Godfried's other grandchild was the princess
I like the
who
term
was
that
my
I am in
ex-girlfriend
fact.
who died.
I like the term that I am in fact family tree.
Godfried is his own grandpa.
Why did you introduce some sort of like weird family incest thing?
It's not incest if none of you are related.
That's true, but I'm just a little judgy right now.
Excuse me. I have
Your
apparently-
grandchildren
I've-
are dating.
Apparently, I've never had sex.
The only person here who's ever insinuated that Godfried is related to Alistair is Godfried himself. This is not me.
I think it would be the other, if in any sense, Godfried would be like Alistair's step grandfather-in-law.
No. Alistair is God.
Okay, Alistair is God.
Sorry,
And Alistair
motherfucker.
is kind of like one of Ziz's parents, kind of.
Vague adoptive process and then
Yeah,
dishonorably
so he's like-
discharged.
He's like an adopted parent who got kicked. So if Alistair is Z's adopted parent, literally once removed, right?
Yeah.
Then Godfried.
Grandson-in-law once removed.
I think
Yeah.
guardian might be a better understanding of that.
Yeah, his
relation.
legal guardian. So
But he's my brother.
the grandfather of the kid
Yes.
that I'm a legal guardian of is kind of like my father-in-law. Just without the
Ace is my
marriage, just with the
sister-in-law.
things.
Yeah, father-in-law once removed.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Godfried and I also co-parent regularly.
Yeah, but that's just like that's more of like a that just looks more like we kind of like found
We
like
just
a
show up.
No,
and we're
exactly.
like,
we're
we're
not
your
like,
grandparents
we're not
now.
related. It's like
Yeah,
it's
you
more
try
like
to-
it's again it's like a coworker situation.
Yeah.
You tried it one time with Fader, it didn't go so well.
Anyway, Godfried,
God,
you
I'm
are
so good
dismissed,
at
and as you leave, Alistair says, "Please send in Viari."
Viari, you're next. Oh, get a promotion. If you don't, I'll hire you at Target.
Thanks, Godfried. You got Target?
I got Target, but blue.
Ah, I was hoping to get Target.
Too bad. I'm the branch manager of Target, but blue.
I'm opening up a Trader Joe's in time and space since neither of those things exist at Trader Joe's.
I call dibs on Hot Topic.
What do you mean they don't sell Target but blue at Trader Joe's?
Do you like the Time JoJo's or the Space JoJo's? I'm preferable to the Space JoJo.
It doesn't matter how many people or how few people there are. You just always feel like there's not quite enough room for your cart. And you're like, they know that they gave us the carts and they laid out the store. They know how this works. It's
God,
a labyrinth.
you're so right. Oh, man.
All right. Viari, are you sent in? Okay.
Yeah.
Like how we keep
I need
doing
a
little
legal
bits in
defense.
between everyone's trips to the
This
office.
isn't a legal trial, Viari, so you don't need one. This is office employee, or this is a boss
It usually
employee.
feels
This is our regular one-on-one.
Yeah, regular one-on-one.
Oh, so you're not my dad right now? Okay. Yes, very serious.
I'm always your dad. Viari. Okay. In fact,
You
that has
are
been
my
a constant
dad.
source of conflict throughout this
I know.
entire endeavor.
The funny thing was, I never had an issue with it.
Yes, it's only been problems for me. Anyway, Viari, look, I know why you did what you did. I know why you made the choices you made. As your father, please don't go looking for my first son. Please.
Why? Also, why did you make a man first? Can I just start? Why would you not make a woman? Like, why would you make? That just feels kind of dumb. Is it some like in your image kind of nonsense? Like, were you spiting Beatrix or?
Viari, everything I tell you is information that you can use to then help find my first child.
Wait, about why you made a man first? That's relevant?
They weren't even called men yet, so yes, they weren't even called things. Viari, just don't. Just don't. Please. I can abide you stealing into my office because I've got so much that I can't tell you. I have so much I can't say. I've got so much I cannot give you. I understand that it's frustrating. I know what it's like to be in a position where you don't know anything, where the person that made you and helped you and guided you is so far away. I know what that's like because I live with that every day. I have to follow orders from order. And I have to carry them out to the best of my ability, with the best of my will and understanding of them, and sometimes it's hard. I've got no one to ask how to do any of this. I have to make the judgment calls and accept the blame and accept all the consequences for everything. So please, Viari, I'm asking you, do not go seeking out my child. Please. I will give you... I'll give you truth. You wanted the rewrites of truth. I'll give that to you as a trade.
This is weird. You never... I'm not gonna lie, this is not what I thought the conversation was gonna be, and I don't really know how to process this, and I don't want to promise that I won't go looking for them, but I'm also really taken aback by the fact that you just begged me to not do something.
I cannot make you do this, Viari. I can't. But all I ask is that you please don't. If you find information along the way, I can't stop that, but don't go actively seeking for them. Please.
Is it painful?
It's more than painful. It's worse than painful.
I just don't understand. I'm trying to process some things right now, beginning with the fact that you don't have normal emotions, and that we're supposed to interpret your actions as a representation of some kind of higher equivalent or intellectual equivalent of an emotion, but it's not the same thing. And I know that you literally do not feel anything. And so now I'm trying to decide if this is an appeal intended to reach my empathy and be kind of an emotional manipulation, but not like in a bad way, so much as to speak to a thing that I feel that you don't. Or if...
I think I can help with this situation. You are currently intellectualizing your own emotions to understand mine.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, you are.
Okay, you gotta admit it's weird.
I
It's
agree.
weird. I was not expecting this to be a conversation topic. I thought we were going to talk
understand
about the
that
fact
it's
that we
weird.
have to kill each other at the end.
No, that's a given, and we'll deal with that when it comes. This is different. Don't go seeking my first child.
I have to think about this, and I would really like to make that decision knowing why you don't want me to seek them out. And that's why I'm struggling to make any promises right now.
It is a painful memory, a painful mistake, a reminder of everything that I tried to not be, an example of how far I've come, of who I've hurt, everything that I've tried my best to rectify. It is the first creation I made. Before the contract. And it is not good. Please, leave them alone. Let them be. Don't seek them. Don't find them. And if you eventually just learn where they are, protect them. Please.
Okay. Sure.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have to process that one later.
I understand. If you want to find the rewrites of truth, you can look inside your book.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You, okay, alright, I had a very different set of expectations coming in here. I really thought we were going to talk about the fact that all of the gods were just, like, on our side in the middle of the trial, which has never happened before, and I've been on trial enough times to know and feel fairly confident about it. Yeah, I would argue that only some of those were deserved.
You would.
The Z's thing was unwarranted, and you know it.
The resulting charge was unwarranted. The trial was warranted.
Your estimation, because we do things the way that you run them. That's actually, speaking
Yes.
of which, circling back to the whole we have to kill each other part at the end. Okay, so now that I'm no longer on trial, well, I know that this might come back, but I did have some things to bring up on that note. Because I have questions, because you are allowed to tell me now that I know about stuff. That's how you work. Some things. Okay, how likely is it that, do you own anything that is not made by you?
Do I own anything that's not made by me? How do you figure? What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Do you own anything that could kill me?
Own anything that could...
Yeah, nothing of your creation is able to... How would that contract be broken?
The whole divine contract would have to be broken first.
So, there's... Wait.
Viari, do you want me to tell you how this is going to fold out at the end of everything?
Yes?
Alright. And I need you to promise me that you keep this a little bit to yourself, alright?
From who? From my friends?
I know you can't keep a secret from them. But don't use this as leverage to get information out of Beatrice. Don't use this as leverage to get information out of Z's. Don't use this as leverage to get information out of the Feywild. You keep this to your little group, and everybody has to say on this.
Okay.
At the end of everything, it'll come to pass, there'll be a period of time where the contract will be shattered. It'll be broken. Irreparable. In that period of time, all contracts I've made will be nulled and void. And I will have but one directive. Establish order. And I shall. Every contract will be nulled and voided in that time. That's your opportunity.
And in that time, that's when you revert back. Because all of your rewrites of yourself, they're just contracts. So you become whatever you were before.
Become what I once
That makes
was.
so much more sense.
And back then, I had one job. Establish and maintain order. And I shall.
So you're going to be a different person for that bit. Okay.
Probably still have my memories. I'll know who you all are. But I will be bound to my original directive.
That's good to know. I mean, I always knew it. But if we manage to find our own rewrite, to make a new universe, we could rewrite you to be like as you are now, but like not have to destroy everything.
Viari, at the beginning of the Divine, are you suggesting a rewrite in this contract?
No.
In
New
this
system entirely.
In a new system, it'll be yours to shape as you wish.
Well, then we had better win because in your version, there's no guarantee that I get to exist again. But in my version, everyone gets to live. Yay!
Is that how you see it?
Yes?
Hold on to that.
Oh god, don't say that. You just begged me to not find your first kid and then you... This is really weird for me. You're not normally like this.
Well, you're finally at a point where I can answer questions.
Okay, well, what did you promise Luck in the secret deal to get her to vote to not kill me?
Oh. That I could never tell you.
Oh my god. Alistair, I saw the contract!
And you didn't see the NDA. I'm sorry.
Fuck. Okay. Fine. Okay. Could Luck tell me?
Do you know how... It's an NDA.
Is that how she got your final page?
It's an NDA.
The final page from your book?
Viari, I cannot
Yeah, but
answer
did I just guess it? Because you
Can I
can tell me
answer-
if I guessed.
No,
Sorry.
I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm going to tell you that you are free to think as you wish. I'm glad we had this conversation. Thank you for agreeing to not find my first child. And also, count your blessings that the other gods are delusional right now and got you off scot-free.
I don't think they are.
Well, they've never done this before, so I'm going to assume it's a grand illusion until proven false. Either way, it's a benefit to you, so enjoy it.
Yeah, I really went into this thinking that I was going to have to make a case to that they would be maybe against. This one really threw me for a loop. I'm not gonna lie. I'm
going to give you time then to process this. I have more work to do. Have a good day.
Thanks. Bye.
And as you leave the office, we're gonna go to grapes.
To grape?
To break.
Damn, those grapes
I
are
need
on
to
your
piss
mind.
so bad. I need to piss so bad. I've been holding it
How
in for
many
like
grapes
40
did
minutes.
you gotta go to
eat? Grapes.
We're going to break. Hello, everybody! Welcome back from break. I am Offbeat Outlaw still. What a time to be alive. And I meant to do this at the beginning, but I forgot to. But happy Black History Month for all of those that exist.
Happy Offbeat and I are wrong month.
It's a good... You know what?
Yeah.
We knew what we were
Offbeat
getting
and I
into.
lose every argument month.
Yeah. And you know what? We deserve it, Brooke.
Yeah.
We are assholes the entire rest of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy 1 month where white people don't fucking matter.
Hell yeah. It's but
The arguments I lose in February are varied and creative, I will say.
I'm actually unsure if Canada technically has Black History Month in February.
Major
I
L.
don't think Australia does, but I don't think that that's an out for me.
No.
Oh, Canada does celebrate. Good for
There you
Canada.
go.
Rare Canadian W.
Yeah, Australia, what the fuck?
You know, what the fuck, Australia? Get on that shit.
Okay, let me check. At least it wasn't a thing growing up. Like, people didn't talk about it. It wasn't like...
But like, I don't
You
think...
caught up with the times.
But like, is there
Forgive
any
you.
black people in Australia?
The entire what?
I actually don't know.
The entire Aboriginal population?
Okay, that's fair.
I don't know how to process the question that you just bold-faced threw it live on the
I will accept my ignorance. My bad.
Wow, Coffee during Black History Month.
Literally during Black History Month.
I'm sorry. I feel so
You
bad.
couldn't wait the short 29 days? God.
Oh, interesting. Ours is July, so a full month, not February. And it's also spelled differently, which is more representative of the First Nations Australian people, because BLAK is a very culturally significant spelling. But
I do love that the
Nova,
South
please.
African literally
That's
said,
not-
black people only come from Africa, right?
Oh my god.
there's actually, do you know what's worse too, is there's actually long-standing frustrations from First Nation Australian peoples and communities about how quite often they are dismissed by POC from other countries because when, especially colorism, experiencing like dismissal of their identity through colorism, because of the fact that there was, I'm trying to grasp the words, but like attempted genocide through breeding out of genes. Like what's the, eugenics, but they would take Aboriginal children away from their parents and give them to white families, and it was like this.
I watched a
There's a
video
name,
on this
right?
'cause they did
The
the
name
same
is
thing
that
in
is
the
actually
US and
genocide,
Canada.
just by like that is
Yeah.
actually falls under the
Yeah,
blanket
yeah.
umbrella. Like it's
The
But I think it's a
practice itself
specific-
has a name.
I'm
Yeah, we do
unaware
that.
if there's anything extra, yeah.
It's just selective breeding, oddly enough.
But I believe like the at least the UN definition of genocide is just like if there's any attempt to separate children from their families based on ethnic divisions or orchestrated removal of a minority group of any kind is classified by the UN as genocide. So I think that just is genocide, by definition.
Yeah. Yeah, the term specifically is either planned or selective racial breeding.
Which is fucked up.
Yeah, it's eugenics. It's literally Nazi shit.
It's canceled now, Nova.
Anyway.
Please. Please, Nova. I'm sorry. Help me.
Oh no!
Given the people you are closest to in this world, you'd think you'd be better educated.
I think, you know what? I deserve to get kind of called out for this one. I deserve
Yeah. Like,
I accept
genuinely,
it.
that's embarrassing.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll be better. Okay, let me just keep sucking my own toes, I guess, as I hopefully remove this foot from my mouth eventually.
You didn't have to say it like that.
That made it weird.
Guys, Offbeat sucking on toes right now. That's weird.
How do I escape this prison in a respectful manner? I'm so sorry.
Educate yourself.
How are you paying your reparations? Well, I think I was gonna suck on my own toes.
So Viari walks out of the office. Guys, I just had the wildest conversation with my dad.
The problem is, sorry, before we get to that, the problem is that now that I am like very well gainfully employed, I feel worse just randomly telling my friends to Venmo me $20 at varying points throughout the month.
Okay, but
That
like,
used to be my go-to.
okay, but like my best friend is black, my girlfriend's black. I owe all of you $20 now. I gotta pay you. and my editor's black.
Are you gonna skip Matt too? Is like Matt not-
Oh, just because it doesn't work.
Wow, Matt
Wow.
erasure.
What about Dante, who is actually First Nations Australia?
And Komai, oh god. I owe
Oh yeah, and Komai?
I owe so many people $20. and it's Nova's birthday this month.
Nova gets 40.
Nova, you still need to send me your wish list. You said you'd send me your wish list so I can actually get you a birthday. Every year I try to figure out what to get Nova for his birthday, but this man has so many video games. He has every video game. If you ask him, his favorite video game series is Sonic. He has every video game in the Sonic series, even the rare ones.
So you buy him a hedgehog.
And you dye it blue.
For a long time as well, the problem was where he lived was unable to get any type of shipping. So it's like it was like to the point of like, oh, let me get you some Magic the Gathering cards. He's like, don't. He's like, why? It's like shipping is like double the price of the cards in the first place. I was like, oh, so what do I do? And he's like, I don't know. Please, just send me your wish list, please, Nova, and not like 300 games. Or I will get you.
What if infinite bacon, but no games, or infinite games, unlimited games,
Don't do this.
but no games.
Dude, take the bacon. Take the bacon, because the second one's a paradox.
But then no games. But then no games.
But then no
Right.
games.
Right, but you'd have bacon, because you have no games either
But the
way.
other option is unlimited games.
Infinite games, but no games.
But no games.
So you'd have no games either way.
But unlimited games.
I stopped following this conversation before it even started.
Brooke, let me ask you a question. Unlimited bacon, but no games, or unlimited games, but no games.
But no games.
But no games. So then what do you choose? Unlimited games or
That was my answer, but no
unlimited,
games.
unlimited games or unlimited bacon.
But no games.
Okay,
This is
but
so
unlimited
24.
games. Unlimited games or unlimited bacon.
Games.
But then no games.
That's okay. I don't like bacon that much.
How about unlimited games but no games?
How about we play Dungeons and Dragons?
Or unlimited games.
Danny is buying me time so I can read the entire Wikipedia page of Black Australians and their history. Thank you very much.
Oh my god.
Okay, we're gonna need a little bit more than 5 minutes and Wikipedia, but I feel like
It's
you
a
have
start!
other resources.
High key though, Wikipedia does have links to all of their actual sources in the description.
Yeah.
So thank
I
you.
never
No,
understood the whole thing.
As
I
a
felt like
joke,
Wikipedia,
I
like,
did
they have
pull
the
up
sources.
this. I did pull up this link for you, and then I didn't share it. But there you go.
Let me just copy paste that real quick. Let me just copy that. Bet. All right, so you guys chatting outside of Alistair's office. What do you guys do?
Guys, you will never believe the conversation that I just had with my dad. It was the fucking wildest thing I've ever had in my life. I'm pretty sure he just begged me.
Huh?
No, for real, for real.
Is there like a gas leak in the Pantheon today?
Oh no, I have theories on all of that.
Okay.
I would really like to take you to a place that would be private. However, the last time I tried to do that, A's almost had a mind melt. So maybe we could ask Charlie, if we can book out a room.
Sure.
The familiars.
I could maybe make us a room.
I mean, didn't Feta just get like the domain
Oh.
of nothing?
Wait,
did.
none of you were
I don't know if
here.
it's
Come,
tapped, though.
Come. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We follow A's.
A's, where do you take him?
I'm taking him to time.
Oh fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. Describe it for how do you get them there and describe it?
So the fun thing about time, especially as A's has gotten a little bit more spacey, is that the ways to get to the domain can vary. So for this, you're going through a series of narrow hallways with other ones that sort of split off. And then I just open an entirely unassuming door, which is not the main door to enter. And we're in a part of the domain that, I don't know, I guess you've never seen before. It probably looks almost identical to you all. It just opens into roving dunes, but typically where like my workshop and other things are formed out of it, it's just nothing all the way to the horizon. And the sky, as soon as we open the door, you know how when you see, when you look at an analog clock, that first second when it ticks feels just a little bit longer than all the other ones? As the door opens, it seems like the sky was moving, and just before you looked at it, stopped and clicked into place at dawn.
But isn't this just part of your domain?
And okay, I kind of pull them all in here. I close the door, and the door disappears. And I just point up to the sky.
To everybody in there, currently make an Arcana check, except for A's, obviously, because you know what's going on.
Yeah.
I have to remove all of my beautiful dice from that deception check earlier. 14.
Oh god. Fucking, I remember my shit. Okay. It's divided by 3, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Divide by 3, round mathematically.
Cool, in the industry we called that a 29.
Bet.
I believe 41
Okay. Viari?
14.
plus 23.
Okay. Viari, you unfortunately have no fucking clue what's going on.
You just look
I'm
staring.
too busy going, are we still in your domain? This doesn't feel
You're
right.
right.
I could just take this other place. Like,
I'm right. That is
Yeah.
a 41. To Godfried and Feda, you both come to an understanding. What Ace has done here has... What Ace has done here is a complete separation of her domain from everything else. In fact, you could almost view this as her own mini divine contract. Holding less power, holding less overall growth, but an impressive feat by itself. The ability to create the space, the ability to hold the space, to sustain it, and then separate it, means that this is a 100% complete blind spot. And the only reason Alistair is aware of it is because he's just aware that Ace does things in here that he doesn't understand.
So you used the space domain to separate it within sort of a physical realm, and then you use the time domain to separate it from any sort of linearity. So you've created time
a god
as well as
blind?
a relative dimension within space.
Created a time and relative dimension in space. Yeah.
Don't think
Yeah.
I would guess this shit.
Well, the interesting thing is that space and time, I can't really get into the details of it right now, aren't different. They're just different
Different ways
axes of the
looking
same
at the
phenomena.
thing.
But yeah, and as you look up, you see like the dawn sky, you can see some stars, brighter stars, and it's constellations from an angle that if any of you had looked at the sky would not be familiar with.
I shouldn't have understood that. I shouldn't understand any of this. I'm not typically good. Did Alistair put something in my...
Yeah, perhaps perhaps you just have more possibilities now.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I'll be honest, I wasn't sort of snowballed a bit, but we should be good here.
Okay.
There are parts of this domain that I can obviously connect back when needed, but, so...
Right, so he definitely can't see us or hear us?
I believe so, right, Offbeat?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. I promised him that I wouldn't go looking for his first child. And he, in exchange, gave me the rewrite for the Domain of Truth. The old version. It's not... I don't control truth. But he gave me the rewrite, which is... great. But he begged, guys. Like... I've never seen him beg in my life. I didn't even know how to take this. He seemed genuinely worried, and this makes me think he said something about this is like would uncover like his mistakes and like how he used to be and all of this other stuff, and I'm wondering if this is why he like stopped being able to feel real emotions, whatever happened with this kid.
Like he felt an emotion and then just it fucked him up and he got rid of all of them.
Yeah, if whatever is tied to this kid is tied to the reason why he doesn't use emotions.
I hate to say it, but I get it. I mean, with some of the things that I've had to deal with.
Yeah, like the kid you tried to adopt?
Yes, Godfried, like the kid I tried to adopt.
The one that you failed to adopt?
Godfried?
Yes. Exactly.
Godfried.
Unlike me and Ace, who successfully have adopted a child and co-parent
Yes!
very
Godfried. Godfried.
Very aware. Thank you.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I like
Appreciate
kind
it,
of
buddy.
have not that I've adopted Eleanor, but I've made more progress than Fane did.
Well, I was talking about
No,
oh God, what's our kid's name?
Frankie?
Godfried, sweetheart.
Frankie.
I
Yeah.
got the point.
Also, he did tell me that at the end of all of this, he said I'm allowed to tell you guys, but you guys also are not allowed to tell anyone else. We can't leverage this for information with the Fae, against Beatrice, against Z's, nobody else. It's this group that's allowed to know.
Wait, that's allowed to know which part?
What I'm about to tell you.
Fada, Prinky promises, 100%.
Yeah.
Promise. Godfried?
You know I got a steel trap.
Great. So, basically, he told me that at the end of all of this, there'll be a brief period of time where the divine contract is completely shattered, and that during that time, he will be unbeholden to any of the previous contracts that were tied to it, meaning that he will be allowed to kill me, he will revert back to his original self order, basically, and that version of himself, was effectively rewritten through the writing of contracts, right? So like all of those, null and void. Everything. Every promise, gone. Which also suggests to me that we must have a separate power source by the time that happens, because that probably includes any kind of like contract that gives us power, right?
Then we go to the Fae. Like, we already hold a lot of dominion over the Fae.
Well,
Hang on, question. At this point, any sort of contracts do we have that we've signed, is that where we're drawing our power from anymore?
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
He made everything. Yeah.
oh, So I've just read, Charlie and I have both read this book on power and stars, and I don't know if you guys have noticed my sort of graduate assistantship program
Yeah.
that I've been doing with people.
To a degree.
My
yeah.
simulacrums keep applying, but they keep getting rejected.
Yeah, I know, Viari.
I told them it wouldn't work. They can't learn, but they think it's funny, so.
Yeah, it's great. Love the paperwork.
Would you accept me if I'd applied?
No.
What about me? I have a really high intelligence stat.
I don't want you all working for me.
No, it was just
Well,
a
not-
theoretical
like,
question of my
If you were just like another person that wasn't you,
Yeah, if I had if a random skeleton with a 22 intelligence and a master's in fine arts applied to your program, would you accept them?
I guess it would depend on what your thesis would have been.
Oh, the representation of skeletons in media and the yeah.
You know
I
that
rea-
you're not originally a skeleton, right?
Well, I got my
You're the
master's as a
Rachel
skeleton.
Dolezal of skeletons, you know that, right?
I got my master's as a skeleton.
Yeah, he
Don't
went to
silence me.
Skeleversity.
Okay.
I was there.
That's
it was
wildly
through the Skelly
offensive,
Walls.
Viari. All right, I went to Brown.
I went to Brown Bone University.
Okay, so anyways, right now we draw our power from the contract. That's what all of the contracts that we sign are essentially diffusing that outward. That is where power comes from. However, and I think Feta might be most privy to this, the contract does not bind the operations of the Mycelium network. It exists sort of outside of it, even though the magic that, like spells that are cast, things like that, are bound by the logic of the contract. And the Mycelium network is a mirror of the stars.
That.
I'm sorry.
So-
what
Wait,
does
no,
have
that
to
actually
relate to
kind of
anything?
makes sense. Based on what Alistair and the.
What I mean
biologist
is that
told me.
so if we believe that power is beyond the stars, there's some magic that exists in this system, which should be a fixed system that is not accounted for.
Right.
If Alistair destroys the contract, if we can tap into the power of power itself, we might not be entirely powerless.
Yeah.
We
We've been
can't.
saying this. We've been saying this, yeah, though. Right?
Yeah.
This has been the plan.
Right, but specifically that if we can get the way to find power is going to be figuring out whatever connections exist in the stars. That's where it is.
So we all
Point
have
of
to
order.
become astronomers. We all have to become star girlies.
Maybe. But
Astrologist is the star girlies. Astronomers are
No,
the
this is
physicists.
also,
They're both
Star
science.
Girl, very good book.
True.
Dated at this point, but still a very good book.
You know, fair enough.
Point of order. Based on what Alistair and the lead biologist, whose name I don't remember, nor am I going to ask any sort of omnipotent being what their name was for their own sanity, what they've told me is that, so the Myconids don't produce magic per se, right? They process it. It is both their sustenance and, for lack of a better term, excrement. But through that process, it changes. It's rewritten and reformed. And I don't know that they currently have the capabilities of choosing what it's reformed into. It seems to be sort of what the environment calls for at the time. What is,
So-
in their words, useful. What if we could?
Yes,
Wait.
Godfried.
If what Fata's saying, holds any value, it means that if we're able to no, I'm like saying, because that's what we are hypothesizing. If this hypothesis is correct, if we're able to control the environment the mycelium is contained within, then we can shape the outcome. And if we put us through that process and it changes the magic, then we won't be beholden to the contracts anymore. It'll be to something entirely different.
That's a thought. I think I've already kind of gone through that process.
But the problem is you had another aspect that was revived in place of your old self.
Yes, but this is a yes and, but it's a yes but. It seems to have affected me at my core across my existences. You understand? That's why it infected my entire realm.
Yes.
It infected every sort of aspect of me. It wasn't just the one that died. That was their ingress. But they did reach the core of my being, and I was, in death's own words, removed from that process. So...
Is that a bad thing, though?
I don't know that it is.
Ace, what you were saying before, does this mean that if we study the mycelium, we can navigate the stars?
Potentially.
Find power?
Potentially.
That's an idea.
I also think it means that part of the key to being able to defeat Alistair in that moment when the contracts break is making sure each of us has access to a source outside of the contracts, except for you, Viari. I think it might be contract in itself. That's my guess. Like,
wait, this has been the plan. This is what I was saying.
Yeah, tying you
last
to the
time
idea of
as well about
so that you
replacing
would be able
our
to
powers.
establish something.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I'm confused, but let me lay out what I understand so that we can figure out where I'm getting lost.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because the plan all along has been to reestablish our source of power through power, the domain of power, which is separate from the contract. It's separate to Alistair as a source. So that was the plan all along, which is why we went to go find the information on Tundra.
Right.
Yeah.
But
what I don't understand is why I would be connected to the divine contract.
I don't think you're just connected to the divine contract. I'm saying there's a moment when Alistair will break all of the contracts and things, and we know we all need a separate power source. That we are all in agreement on. I am not entirely certain that that separate power source is going to manifest in the same way for each of us.
Right.
Like, Feyda clearly is... Because we won't necessarily have... I mean, we might, and this might all be entirely wrong. We might be able to set everything up so that way we can get our backup power source online beforehand, go into the end game. What I think might happen is in that moment is when we have to flip the switch. When Feyda will have to immediately, once we break all those contracts, that's the moment when we each
turn on
activate
the
whatever
generator.
The thing is.
Right. And additional thought to that, and sort of where I thought you were initially going, but this might be a fun other thing. In that moment where Alistair breaks all contracts and we turn our power back on, as it were, there's going to be an instance where he reverts to his core self, where no contracts have been put in place, where no one has power over contracts. Theoretically, the first one to write one would be the one to hold that power. Does that sound right? So what if that was you, Viari? What if it wasn't Alistair who started rewriting things? What if you wrote the first contract and this new world?
Wasn't that the idea?
That's what I thought. I just wanted to establish that we were
is.
on the same page, and that was one of the things that wasn't mentioned.
It is. I just think we're gonna have to fight Alistair for. I don't know.
Well, so here's the thing. This is where the other part of the Mycelium network, being able to process magic, comes in. If we can change the outcome of something that's processed through the network, what if it processed Alistair and we could decide what came out on the other end? What if we didn't have to fight Alistair? What if we throw him into the madness of the Mycelium network?
Oh, I do think we'll have to fight Alistair.
Yeah,
For sure.
okay.
That's like without a doubt, right?
What if we
I'm
didn't have to kill him is, I guess, what I'm saying.
what
Though that is a kind of death.
Yeah. Yeah, what I'm just trying to get at here is we know where power is. Once we find power, once we separate it, I just think each of us has our specific domains, and the longer we've worked together, I feel like we've both all individually expanded our domains while also sort of solidifying how we interface with the world and reality for what it entails. And I think that is going to be an important part of our success. And how we interface with the concept of magic and nature.
Do you, Fade, there was that guy who was you mentioned, who was like a lead expert on the Mycelium?
Mm-hmm.
Ace, do you think you could pick him up as a scholar?
Who?
You.
Yeah,
Okay.
possibly. Well, I mean, I can't just pick him up as a scholar. He's going to have to go through the same process as everybody else. It's a very important part.
I can see if I can grab his
That's-
application from him.
Fair, but I think we need to. I think that on some level,
like the process on like a scholarship or something.
a division.
Well, we have a very robust financial services department that is going to. We really don't want the ability to pay tuition to be a barrier to education, so we can work that. I'm just saying.
Well, could we get
At
it
very
online?
least-
I don't care if the
Foundation.
universe is at stake. We have principles.
I mean,
I-
like,
That is the most Alistair thing you've ever fucking said.
I know. I realized it as I was
sound more
saying
like
it out.
Alistair than
I was
Alistair does right
saying
now.
it, but it's true.
So, okay, look, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I know that at the end of this, I have to kill my dad. My plan, full transparency, is to, when I rewrite everything, to rewrite a version of him back into existence, but a nerfed version. The same guy, but a nerfed version who isn't like the one running everything, but like
Yeah.
is still my dad.
Here's the thing, is that, like, him as he is now, he's done a lot of work. He's done a lot of work.
Yeah.
Maybe we can keep the quote-unquote therapy that he's done and remove the asshole part.
Yeah. That's
Most of the
that's
asshole
my
part. He wouldn't be
intention.
Alistair if he wasn't a little bit of
At this point in time, you hear a knocking on the bubble. Hello?
Oh.
Kids in there?
Can Charlie come in?
A little like hole opens up under Charlie, and he just falls like just a couple feet, nothing bad,
Ah!
and onto the sand. It's sand.
Ah. Oh! Okay, sorry. Hey, kids. Good job on the trial today. Sorry, I had to give out the bad judgment. You know how it is.
I feel like
It's
we didn't
fine.
do anything.
Yeah. Do
Godfried
the other
and
gods
I-
just want us to win? Is that what's going on?
Oh, don't lie, kid. I know what you did. I saw you. I saw your little glint in your eye when they tried to probe your brain. I saw what you did. You little sneak, you little scamp. And you two ways. Don't you fucking lie to me. I know what you are.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's exactly
I
what you should
wasn't-
say.
I meant more that the other gods took our side.
Well, they have their reasons. They all have their reasons. Everyone's got their reasons.
They want us to win, right? They want us to rewrite everything.
Oh,
I assume.
they don't know you're fucking doing that.
Some of them do.
Who?
I'm pretty sure Luck does. Does Bloodshed?
Has what?
Also pretty sure Luck does.
how would Bloodshed know?
How would Bloodshed know?
Listen, they're my parents. I don't tell them anything, just like a child would.
And also, I don't think Luck was exactly on your side, now was she? She was gonna wait. She postponed your trial, which is the verdict we went with.
Oh, I just thought it was because they wanted a different Luck explicitly expressed in the past that she wanted a different outcome and was open to a rewrite.
Yeah? She's still bound by the rules of the court.
Ugh,
Either way,
interesting. Did
good
they
job.
notice anything?
I don't know. I just saw it because I've been with you for a while. But what are we talking about? Are we doing more planning? I love a good plan.
We're doing more
We
planning.
are, yeah. We're just sort of solidifying that we're all on the same page.
Okay,
Yeah, we're
bet.
trying to figure out how to displace our power from contracts, and then also mapping stars and such.
Again, I think I've already done it. So we've
Well,
got
You
proof of concept.
started
No.
it.
Not
I
quite.
don't think.
You
You-
are.
A little bit.
You've built a box. You got the real estate. You don't have a house. You still need.
Okay. So we've started the process.
Everyone here has started the process. Everybody here is beginning the process of expanding their power. In
I would say it in
various
my special immunity bubble.
in this, for example, this space already exists outside the contract. You're all aware at this point of things outside your control, outside your power, outside the power of the contract. The trick is understanding where all power comes from. Where does it get siphoned through? What siphons it in? What processes it to different parts of the contract? When it's in the contract, how does it exist? Is it still useful
Is
magic?
it the desk?
Huh? Oh, the desk
Is
is.
it the desk?
The desk is its own thing. The desk is at the desk is its own can of worms.
Is it the stars?
What's
I
beyond
thought power was derived from the consent of the governed.
power? You're clever, kid.
I
But
feel
no.
like that's
We're talking about the
More
filter. The
phys-
stars is
philosophical.
The
where
stars are one
phonograph
filter.
is.
The mycelium is another filter.
Right.
Power is
Yeah.
power, but power isn't is a manifestation of it. It isn't it specifically.
And
right, it's the
specifically,
background radiation.
he's
thing.
not here. Where is power? Where is
We
Outside.
look at the shrooms. I think we look at the stars. I think it's
I
behind
honestly
it.
think the shrooms would be a great way to look beyond the stars.
If they're connected, there's a way.
Wait, if we take those shrooms you've been carrying around for months,
Thank you, Brooklyn, for picking up that ball.
My shrooms, the magic mushrooms.
yeah, the ones you.
I
keep
was
trying to
thinking
get us
about
to
it
take.
earlier. I've been saying this, and honestly, this would be like the safest place to do them. I only have 3 though,
I'm not against. Oh,
and I'm not taking a half dose, so someone else can sacrifice on that one.
I can't ingest drugs.
They're magic.
It's a curse.
Well, okay, then you're the DD.
Yeah, do you want to
Like-
trip sit for us, Godfried?
Yeah, there's definitely
Yeah.
aren't bugs in your skin yet.
Hey, I don't want you to freak out, but the police are
sober, I
here
don't
and
like
they know
that.
you're high.
Your mom's right outside.
You have to give a speech right now.
Everyone knows you're high, and they're all disappointed in you.
no. So,
So who's taking the shrooms?
do we? I will.
All right, Feta.
I'll take the shrooms.
Okay.
Up from the sand, you see a teapot, and it's just filled with hot water, and then 3 little things of tea. We're gonna do this a classy way.
All
I
right.
did say in the chat, we here at Paperwork Pantheon condone the use of safe and chaperoned use of medicinal psychedelics.
I condone the use of probably safe and chaperone psychedelics.
For legal reasons, I live in Canada and condone the use of marijuana.
Godfried is
legal
pulling
reasons,
together
Paperwork
like a bunch
Pantheon
of
does not hold
strobe
the
lights.
Same views as Amelia Saw.
All right. You guys take these were from the Mycelium network, correct?
Yeah, these are the ones that the Mycelium Network gave me. Yeah,
Okay. So you all
from way back
you all
when.
drink your mushroom tea.
Fucking hear that, vegans? It was with consent.
Do a Constitution saving throw, please.
Hold on, I can mark this out of my inventory finally. A what, Con?
Constitution, yes.
Oh my god.
What'd you
13. I have a
I'm
plus
fine.
10 to con.
Oof.
I have a plus 11, and I'm trying to figure out what the
Don't forget
translation is. But
don't
I'm
forget the Godfried bonus. You have plus
Oh, how
5.
much is... Oh.
Plus
Wait,
what?
Godfried, what's your charisma? What's your charisma?
Charisma is 20.
I don't think that my
+5.
sheet is still updating. Like, you know how it translates them all? Because I have a +11 to my saving throw, which it's saying translates to 3, but I'm pretty sure that is 4, isn't it?
Yeah.
It should be 4, yeah. Maybe it's
Yeah.
rounding wrong.
10 is 3, isn't it?
10 is...
10 is 3, 11 is
10 is 3,
4,
11 is
because you're
4.
rounding up.
Yeah, yeah.
Mathematical round.
After
23 for me.
Okay.
After the +5.
Okay.
18.
Okay.
26.
26. Viari, Theta, you take this and you're gonna have... Your body can stomach this. A's,
That makes sense.
you feel for a moment.
Yeah, Finisher got advantage.
You feel a moment of... You almost do not stomach it, but you manage. You get by. And in this moment, a psychic link manifests between all three of you at once. Like Rari's telepathic bond was forcibly cast upon you. And you hear
This doesn't feel so bad.
and you hear speaking to you. Ace? You took the mushrooms?
Yeah.
Theta's here.
Mikey, hey, buddy.
Aze is laying on the sand, and snow starts to fall in the domain.
Yeah.
Very gently.
Godfried is
This
setting
is
up
who you've been
stadium
talking
lights.
to?
Yeah, this is Mikey.
Yeah.
Who's this?
Or they're Mikey. They are
This
Mikey.
is Viari.
Hi.
She's cool.
Yeah, Viari's chill.
Usually.
Promise?
Yeah, she can hang.
Promise?
Yeah. I promise she's cool usually.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And no Viari. So, why are you guys seeing me?
Look. What do you think about the stars?
Brothers.
How do you... What are the things that connect you to your brothers?
You
We're
ever...
all connected.
We're all connected. That's right.
Hey.
You
Yeah.
ever think about how in the main worlds there's like usually a big star, a big sun,
Yeah.
and it gives light,
And it's so warm.
and it's so warm, and it gives light,
Yeah.
and it gives energy to the plants, and then the plants turn the light into energy to be eaten by the cows, and then the cows turn the grass
And
into
there's a leaf
into
on a
milk.
twig, and a twig on a branch, and a branch on the tree, and the tree in the hole, and the hole in the ground, and the green grass goes all around and around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that,
Goes around.
except
Yeah.
we're related familially to the stars.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So you're here,
Yeah,
and the stars are your bros.
yeah.
Yeah. But like, you ever think about how you're a network, right?
Mhm.
You're like a mycelium, you're growing. And the stars, they're like a network of lights.
And
But-
gravity.
And gravity. Oh my god, there's so much gravity.
There's so much gravity. You guys
But,
think
like-
about gravity too?
It's like
Oh my god, I'm thinking about gravity all the fucking time. And time! It
time.
bends the time! Oh my god. Okay, wait, but okay. But all the stuff, there's like the space behind it. The things that come from stuff. Because here's the thing. The stars, they explode, but they explode because there was a bang and it exploded into them and they're just falling into each other from gravity. And you're taking the energy and you're moving it and things live and they die and they live. But like, where did that come from? And if you're made out of the same stuff that the stars are made out of, then you all came from the same place. We're all stardust.
yeah, like the sun powers like all of us, but like what powers the sun? Like who's the nuclear?
Do you guys know? Like black holes exist, right?
Yeah, they're not really holes.
JWST, buddy.
Not really
Oh, yeah,
holes, but
love
like,
that shit.
Oh yeah.
you ever been in one?
No. Not yet. I don't think I'm going to.
Right?
Ooh.
That's the thing,
Wait.
right? Infinite
Wait.
gravity, infinitely is. Think, you know, there's like a lot. You think about it, like everything's a line. A black hole is an empty dot in that line,
Yeah.
right?
It's like Flatland.
No, not Flatland. It's not there. It's gone.
That happens in Flatland.
I don't know what Flatland is then.
It's a critique, I think, on Victorian culture told through a story about geometry.
That's insane.
Alright, I've understood a lot of what's happened today, but even I was a little lost on
Do you
that
know,
part.
like, do you guys know, like, how there's these in math? Do you know what you know, like how sometimes
Like
things
an
go
imaginary
down
number
infinitely, and then out of nowhere they just appear from the top infinitely, and then they keep.
Yeah, asymptotes.
Yeah, those things. That's the
Yeah,
black
yeah.
hole. On one end is the black hole, and on the other end are the stars.
So we have to go in a black hole.
Oh, that's how you get from a black hole to the stars. What's behind the black hole, though? What's in the space in the middle?
Yeah, we
Nothing.
gotta-
Graph
stars.
paper. Nothing. Theta.
Oh, okay.
You're the graph paper.
See, fucking, I told Alistair that the blank page metaphor worked. He didn't agree, but I think it does.
And you know what? And Ace grabs your face. You know what? You are like a blank page, because there's so much potential.
The rest is still unwritten.
And I just pat you on the head.
Yeah. I found you a new home. It's in nothing.
Oh wait, I told you about my vision, right?
Merry Christmas, here's your present. It's a box of fucking nothing.
Theta, did I tell you about my vision?
No, wait, where was your vision?
Oh my god. I had a vision. I was hanging out with Fate and we were talking and we were shooting the shit and let me find it. You got big. And
I know I've been.
No,
sitting
you
around a
like
lot,
you
but I don't think I've-
stretched and you were infinite and you were super chill and calm and that was weird because you're always so stressed. But you were connected and there was this huge blank realm that was approaching everything. It was approaching Alistair and it was approaching us and it was like infinite space, nothing. And then it just stopped. I didn't tell you about. I told you about the thing where Alistair murders all of us, right?
You did tell me about that part. I feel like
Okay.
this would have been a good follow-up. It would have been great. We would have left her.
What?
At this point, make some wisdom saving throws, everybody.
Also, Viari, you have been very quiet.
Sorry, you cut out a little bit for me. What kind of saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw.
For both of us?
Everybody. Well, for all three of you, Viari is also part of this trip, witnessing this conversation.
Yeah, I do not
Seven?
have. I Brooke do not have the mental wherewithal to. I've got to. Oh wait, I have advantage.
Godfried, what you see is these three are lying on the
Thanks.
ground, speaking most of this out loud. Feta is like A's is lost almost entire faculty of their like mouth, and is just kind of babbling like a baby. Feta.
God, put me on my side so I don't choke on my own spit.
Feta has not spoken at all, but is making facial expressions as if he's speaking. Viari is like in the corner, looking just so enthused, just so wildly enthused by this conversation.
Godfried is setting up strobe lights all around everybody.
Okay, so what do we get on those wisdom saves?
That was a 7.
That was a 20.
20, okay. What'd you get, Viari?
26.
Okay. Feda and Viari, you guys managed to, after Ace starts bringing up scary shit, you managed to push that shit out. You are not so lucky, Ace, as you are.
I'm like, reliving the vision, and
as you begin to do this, the Mycelium network speaks in your brain and goes, "He will kill you, by the way. You won't win. I've seen this before." Viari and Feda, you do not see this. You do not hear this. You know how many deaths I've consumed. I've eaten powerful bodies. Like stars that I feast upon. You fall as he slices you in twain, like the contract he breaks over his knee. You will perish. You will perish. I am older. I am wiser. And I know my place. I eat the death. And I will keep eating the death. You're trapped in that for a bit. Feda and Viari, Ace goes dead silent.
I'm sorry, Offbeat Outlaw included Death Eaters in his D&D came in Black History Month.
Honestly, this is a
Tears.
Malakath the Blackblade reference from Elden Ring. Thank you.
just like tears streaming down A's face, and he's like,
So, what do you guys want to... Ace is having a problem. I can't get connection. What's going on with you guys? What's your plan with the nothing? I like the sound of the nothing.
I will say, as Ace starts having a bad time, they start sinking. Like, they're not sinking underneath the sand, but it's like a sinkhole, and they're just sinking lower and lower, like just several feet
Viari's
at a
just gonna
time.
grab Ace and just like very gently pull them up.
You
every
grab
time.
Ace, and Ace lashes out to try and let go because something is grabbing. Or as they're thinking of it, and it's just
Gentle.
like gonna start like
on the
yelling.
back. Stroke gently on the back. Very gently, like the lightest touch, like a feather.
Ace is just sobbing.
Positive.
Godfried, you
autonomic
see
responses.
A's begin to sink into the sand and start crying their eyes out.
We're all gonna die.
Ooh, maybe there aren't bugs in your
Ace.
skin.
Someday.
Ooh.
Ace, is it really scary being smarter than everyone all the time?
It's so hard.
Do you have calm
And I don't
emotions,
know anything.
Godfried?
Oh my
Yeah.
god, and I have to figure this shit out. We're all
Godfried's
gonna
gonna go over and put his like hands over Ace's head like horse blinders. Be like, "Here's Godfried."
You see
We're
skeletal
all
hands
skeletons.
peer out of your vision and begin to grip you as the Mycelium says,
I was a skeleton. It's not that bad.
"You don't go and die from death. You don't go to the soup. You come to me. I take you, Ace."
I told my dad he should write bad trips out of existence,
take
but he
you.
didn't listen.
It's Godfried. I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions. Just
Okay. As you cast Calm Emotions, what's the saving throw, Danny?
I can read. DC 20.
DC 20. Ace, roll a saving throw if you want. Is this one that they can willingly fail or no?
Let me check.
Meanwhile, Feda, if he can hear any of that, be like, "Nah, dude, it's fine. I gave myself to the mushrooms. It was super chill."
I don't know. It doesn't say anything about it.
Charisma save. Creature choose to fail. Your creature can choose to fail the saving throw if it wishes. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Charisma save is you can choose to fail it and have your emotions suppressed. So you're not frightened.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
As Godfried casts Calm Emotions, you feel yourself brought out of that into an entirely different conversation.
Feda, I think we should have given Ace half a dose, and I know she said she didn't want it, but
Look,
she was having a bad time.
Am I back in this conversation, or
Yeah,
am I
you
just
are.
elsewhere?
You're back in the conversation.
Oh,
Hey, look,
fuck.
Hayes isn't a coward. They knew what they were getting into.
Hayes is a coward. I think we learned that.
Oh, go fuck yourself, Viari.
Hey, Hayes is back.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That was
All right.
a good trick you pulled.
I'm gonna put the
Viari.
bugs back in your skin now.
What?
No, my
Don't
back
worry
is
about it.
really
Just look at the
put it back
strobe
there.
light.
Why is there strobe light?
Nightmare, 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 nightmare.
This is not what I was expecting from this episode.
Nightmare.
But I'm so here for it.
Okay, anyways, I'm gonna try and not think too hard about that because that took me to a place where I was contemplating my own mortality a bit too much. And I don't like doing that.
But A's, you can't die.
No,
Trace is
I
back.
can.
Oh, sorry, I can't hear.
Isn't that like yours and Caesar's whole thing is that you don't ever die? It's really annoying because there are a few times where I wanted Z's to not have that be their whole thing.
Yeah, no, it's, no, we can still die.
Everyone can die. It's okay though.
I can't.
That's not true.
Well, I can't yet.
Mikey says some worrying
Still
things
not
sometimes.
true.
Mikey tells it like it is.
Yeah, it's like it's one of those.
What do you
things where
mean,
it's like
Mikey?
Kids say the darndest things.
Viari, don't. Viari, I need you to be present in the moment.
But Mikey said
nothing.
that I can die.
No, be present in the moment. We need to talk. I was taking a little detour. Did you figure out how we get to where the power is?
Yeah, we gotta walk through the nothing. And one, Mikey, if we put you in the all in the nothing, could you like guide us through the nothing?
Oh, guiding through the nothing. I can only see what I'm growing on. I'll grow in the nothing. But find in the my way? There's nothing to find. I don't know.
But like, if you're in the nothing and we're out here and you're in there and like maybe some of us are both, then can we like do things in the nothing and then see things that happen in the something? Like a Marco Polo thing with walkie-talkies.
I think the nothing is still a domain under direction of the divine contract.
Boo!
It's the empty set. It is an entrance to the space beyond. I can't go there. There's nothing for me to grow on. I can guide you to the entrance, but I cannot take you further.
That's so nice, though,
Yeah,
of you to guide us.
I'll guide you where you need to go. Until
You'll take us where we need to go.
Vader, do you think that you're going to take everything away at the end? And make it all nothing?
Viari, make a wisdom saving throw. At disadvantage.
Well, that would be a flat one because I always have advantage on wisdom saves because I'm a Kalishtar, so it would be flat.
Okay.
You also get a +5 for me, remember?
Oh, I keep forgetting about the +5. With the +5, that's a flat 20.
Flat 20.
Dirty 20.
Oopsie. One too short.
No!
Viari, in this moment, your friends are so distant. They're so far. They're so very far away. So is Alistair. And you can't see anything around you. It's empty. But you see Alistair breaking the contract. And in that moment you feel so cold. As you look up before you, and you watch as Alistair mercilessly destroys all of your friends, breaks Godfried in half, claws off Theta's face, disintegrates A's, and he walks over to you with unrecognizable eyes. Everyone dies, Viari. Everyone. It's a guarantee from the beginning. You are not immune to this. You just have extra conditions. You think you're invincible, but you're not. You're like a cockroach. Just needs extra work. Take pleasure knowing that you're alive. Those that don't fear death never do.
Ace, do you think I'm a cockroach?
No. You're more like a spider.
There are cockroaches in your skin, though.
You're like a nice little, and I hug you. You're like a nice spider.
Godfrey drinks over the stove lights. Patrick, you're muted.
Oh, wait, I heard that.
That explains a lot.
Okay.
Oh, the classic, wow, all my friends are ignoring me for some reason. Sorry.
Would calm emotions be effective here?
They would help.
I can cast it again.
Mm-hmm.
Come over.
I was gonna
Put
say.
my hands over like blinders. Godfried's here.
Let's get into the hands. Calm emotions is cast. Do you intentionally fail to save? Okay.
Yeah. I think Viari wasn't even crying so much as just like curled up, like knees to their chest and staring off into the distance to like, why would they cry in front of the people who are upsetting them?
Yeah. This is cast and that feeling fades and you're back in the conversation. You remember what was said, but you don't feel as frightened of it anymore. Doesn't feel as scary.
Oh, it's just like my anxiety meds.
Mm-hmm. Magic is the best medicine. Okay, so we go into nothing and we'll find the way to get to something.
Mm-hmm.
That's the plan.
Mm-hmm.
You've
And I
seen
mean,
the
yeah.
something before, Ace? Remember that gap?
The gap, that's that thing.
It's there.
That space in between spaces. Oh yeah, I found the space in between spaces, guys. It's how I made this thing.
This is why my dad should have made everything with a stamp instead of a pen.
Hmm?
That's how you get around the infinity thing.
The stamp?
Mm-hmm.
At this point, the trip ends. And you all, at this time you all just kind of go into like general trippiness as the main effect of the psychedelics begins to leave your body and get processed.
Nightmare.
You guys awake and see Godfrey just chanting and throwing his arms at you in strobe lights.
Ah.
No, Godfried has all the
Godfried.
people in his chest make a circle around everyone and just start running in circles.
Ace just sinks beneath the sand. You do not see that.
Strobe lights behind him.
Wanker is there, is all like, yeah, nightmare, bitches!
Yeah.
I like to think that Charlie is just like holding a hand over Viari's eyes.
No, Charlie's in the circle.
He's like, I don't think we should be doing this, kids.
Holding a strobe light,
Yeah.
like flashing it in different colors. Like, I think this is a bad idea.
I think this is probably detrimental to their health.
Wow, enabling the behavior.
This now means that at least two of us can create spaces that are completely unobservable by Alistair, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Fader can too.
Like 15 feet away, you see Ace pops up looking entirely refreshed, just out of the sand and walks over. Yeah, although my place doesn't make you feel like you're having a stroke.
Okay, you just have to learn to think in pictures.
Which I have been working on in the few hours since then, but that is an important caveat to tell people.
That I didn't know that it was going to happen. It didn't happen the first time you went. It must be getting stronger or something.
Yeah. I don't know.
At this point in time, A's, you get a sending from Z's. It's a little bit staticky. But you hear, tonight, all dream at once. Meet in Viari's domain. I'll bring agreement. Only window.
Okay, so here's... Okay.
You have 25 words.
Yeah.
Do you tell us about this before this?
I don't think I can because
Because we usually
Before you-
telepathic bond.
You have time to consult your friends before you respond. You can respond
Okay.
within like a while. You can take your time.
I just got a sending from Z's. Sorry. Fuck. Meeting in Viari's domain tonight in dreams. He'll bring agreement. It's the only window.
Oh.
Tell him to follow the stories.
Okay.
That's how people get around.
But we're good with that. Everyone's. We'll be there. Viari says follow the stories.
Don't listen to the fireflies.
Don't listen to fireflies. I miss you. I hope you'll be okay. Working on new spaces. Time.
All right. As you hit send, the spell is not cast again, so you get no follow-up message.
Is Z's going to be supercharged if he enters my domain?
Are you asking that to me?
Offbeat.
You have no fucking clue. I'm to be honest, I don't know what you're asking. Is there a way?
He's an elf.
Oh, right.
You told me that if elves enter the domain of dreams, they get supercharged.
You'll see. POV. We'll find out in game. But that is all for today. So thank you all so much for watching. This is Paperwork Pantheon episode 66. We are near the bottom of the hour.
This bitch just promised a meeting with an NPC who we've been dying to meet the entire campaign, and with Z's, who has been missing in action for literal ages. and then ends it.
Yup. Isn't that crazy? My name is Apid Outlaw. You can find me on YouTube and TikTok under those exact same names. Just a little PSA for all the whites out there. You are not immune from ignorance, as I am not immune from ignorance. No matter how woke you think you are, how smart you think you are, how intelligent you think you are, and how far you've come, you will always never be immune from ignorance. So this month, take time, like I'm going to go do, and research things that you don't know about regarding the indigenous communities of the land that you're on, black people in the nation that you live in, and other persecuted minorities. So please, and don't think you are immune. It's very easy to think you're immune, especially I think like right-wing people don't really care as much. Left-wing people, I think it's very easy to think you're immune because you're left-wing. Ignorance don't work like that. It's why it's called ignorance. So take the time, genuinely go and research about the persecutions that have happened in your country of origin, in your country that you live in. That's the purpose of the month. Do your due diligence. It's the bare minimum. That is my PSA. No advertising from me this week. Passing to Amelia.
Hi, I'm Amelia Som. My PSA is if you're going and researching things, continue to talk to your legislators and annoy them or go to protests about the genocide in Palestine. And since it's Black History Month, or even if it wasn't Black History Month, look into what's going on in Sudan and Congo and otherwise. Because the world is a scary place, but we can make it slightly less bad.
Brooke.
My name is Brooke, and I agree with everything that Offbeat and Amelia just said, but I would also like to add that don't drink white hot chocolates during February, because Amelia will call you on it.
Deservedly so.
Yeah, Amelia will be very disapproving, and you will have earned it.
Patrick.
But my name's Patrick. I go by That Great Gentleman. Everything that everyone else has said, chai is usually safe.
And Danny.
I'm Daniel.
And you know what? What a great time to end stream. Thank you. I'll see you all next week.